Good afternoon. We are all here to talk about how small steps matter. But actually, whose steps are the smallest? The steps of a child. If I would translate the word child into Dutch, some of you might know it, is kind. Spelled out, it's K-I-N-D, kind. And the root of that word comes from the Latin word kindi. And kindi means nothing more than son or daughter of human race, of mankind. So my conclusion of today is that the potential of mankind lies literally in the presence of the child within ourselves. I'm going to tell you a story, a true story. Some years ago, I was commissioned to design a dance performance that would embody the honesty and the littleness of a small boy of 10 years old and the maturity but willingness to play of an older man of 55 years. Now, this little boy, cute and completely uncontaminated in mind and in body, and the older man trained for many years in improvisation, and he developed a very strong skill of authentic performance. So obviously, both the boy and the man were natural-born movers, performers, and creating artists. The theme of the performance was inspired by a book that you might know. It's probably the best-selling book in the world, the Bible. In the Gospel of Matthew, there's this particular story that describes the action of a powerful king that sent all his soldiers to Bethlehem in order to kill all the children between 0 and 2 years old. And that act was to ensure that the one child with the potential to become a new king would not live and threaten the crown of the current king. So, for me, the message was crystal clear. Why should we, as human beings, see our next generation, our future generation, as a threat when it is actually our only hope for the future? There was no distinction between the young boy and the older man. They were equal. They were both mature and playful. And they physicalized the work in a beautiful, smart, and brilliant way. But after months of hard work, digging into the theme, developing the structure, developing the characters of the boy and the man, the production was cancelled. During a last meeting with the organization, it was decided that the whole performance would be cut from the complete program. Completely. And you know what? It was out of a fear, a worry, that this message might be visually misinterpreted, perhaps seen as suggestive. But the performance was completely cut. And actually the message that we were trying to portray came to life when that decision was made. The dance between the boy and the man disappeared by the royal act of censorship. I tell you this story because I strongly believe that we should play and tell our stories with the honesty of a child, the authenticity of a child, fearless, making small steps. And I think that we should have the courage, that fearlessness, to stage our own inner child. Kind, K-I-N-D, kind, mankind. So, now I'm standing here in this huge red carpet. I'm naked, I'm vulnerable, and I'm open. And I don't know how you might interpret what I just performed. But I do it to you anyway, because this is what I am. When we play, when we dance, we are open. Our face opens, our arms open, our chest opens up. And this openness creates a certain vulnerability. And vulnerability is a great thing. But of course, when we are vulnerable, there's always the chance that we might be misunderstood. So what do? Do we shut down? Do we cancel the performance of our lives because of the chance, the small chance, that we might be misunderstood? Or do we play? We laugh, we dance, we move, we breathe. Living in the hope, with the faith of a child, that from this place, this vulnerable, authentic, fantastic place, our innovative ideas might be realized and heard. I hope that from today on, your choices create playfulness. And I hope that you have the courage to make small steps towards the performance of your life, small steps towards your dance, small steps towards laughter, and small steps towards play. And then there is just one last thing before I finish. I would just like to remind us that it took us really one small step to reach for the moon in order to take that giant leap for mankind. Thank you very much.